What?
Hello, and welcome to
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, Henny.
with your hosts, Shannon,
Good morning, good morning. Come on, girls, jump in.
Sally Ann,
There's no singing here.
and Andy.
It's great to stay up late. Good morning to you.
Featuring Coach Daddy Shiloh,
Silly. Diana's a girl. She doesn't have kebabs. She has a vagina.
and Eva.
And nice petits.
Oh, it's here early.
Wow.
I don't know what we did to deserve that, but
I know,
Daddy
right?
showed up early.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. We're back.
We've
Like
got,
it or not.
we've got for 2 months.
And just as a reminder for all of our new listeners, because I feel like we'll have so many new ones, none of us know anyone named Henny, and we don't know why Henny is in the name of the podcast. So there you go.
But
I
it
thought
is
that was your name, SAP.
No, I'm SAP.
Oh,
but we did learn that a henny is a female
I thought that was a Jenny.
well, maybe it is a Jenny.
that is a Jenny. Yeah.
What did
It's a
we
Jenny, right?
what is a henny? We looked this up there.
Yeah.
I think it's someone drunk saying honey.
It is that.
I'm
it
not
was
naming
on
names,
Shannon's
but I've heard
idea,
someone
right?
say it.
Eva, your room's awfully dark. I can barely see you.
Hold on.
He likes it in the dark.
No, get it darker.
That's rude.
Well, for anybody new, my name is Andy, and I'm one of the hosts of the show. To my right, or to my left, I'm looking at my
Is that gonna
screen.
bother you, Rick?
It's Shannon Brown, and to my left, or maybe right, it's Sally Ann Blacksco. Yeah.
Andy, the background here, I'm confused. It's like a butch football.
College football. I know. It's his college football thing.
I know what it is. I'm surprised he does.
He
That's why-
doesn't.
Well,
He
that's
asked me about it.
because my
He said, "What
throat-
sports ball is this?"
my throat's
Home
so
run, touchdown.
my voice is so raspy because I was cheering all weekend.
Mhm.
Were you cheering
That-
the Cox?
Oh,
Sorry, Gamecocks.
Cox every day.
Gamecocks.
No, we had women's US Open tennis final on Saturday. The American lost, sadly, and college football. And then Sunday we had the men's tennis final. The American lost. He kind of gave up at the end, and he was a poor sport, but he got his
Powder.
footing.
And then the Cowboys won.
Yeah, and
Go Cowboys.
This is
Football
why I joined
yesterday.
early. You guys are going to talk about my segment.
no,
Yeah.
we're not going to talk about it.
Nah, maybe.
Let's give it.
We're gonna be 1 hour tonight. So we got 55
Yeah.
minutes. Let's do it.
So-
yeah, we're gonna do it.
First and foremost, what's everybody drinking?
I got a little Malibu, a little pineapple, and a little Fresca.
I'm having a honey goose.
Shannon's just drinking Sky right out of the bottle.
It's a sky bottle. It's a big bottle. Yes. But my
That-
cup tonight says vodka is just fun water. I don't know where we got that, but
It is.
yes.
Is
Candy,
that
what
phase
you
2 of your
drinking?
cult diet, Shannon? Just
Mhm.
vodka?
Straight vodka.
Yeah. Candy, what you drinking?
I'm having a honey goose. It's Tito's, raspberry lemonade, and a piece of honeydew.
Oh,
Like in the drink?
Yeah,
Ew.
Sounds
we
What's
drank
wrong
those.
with
At,
that?
we drank those at the U.S. Open a few years ago. Ding dong.
with honeydew in it?
With
Yes.
honeydew?
And a honeydew melon ball.
honeydew's good.
I don't.
I
think
like
it's-
honeydew, but I don't know in a drink. That
You
sounds
had
weird.
one at the U.S. Open.
I didn't
Okay.
go crazy.
Actually,
I drink
we-
vodka.
We probably had 4 at the U.S. Open.
You probably did, yeah.
Well, it was really hot. It was like
It was hot as
140
hell. Yeah.
Miserable.
sitting in those
Miserable.
seats.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah. Mhm.
And we weren't even playing, and we were sweaty.
I know.
Just sitting there.
I know. And we didn't even have gout. Remember?
Let it all out.
Poor Hillary.
Gout.
I don't know. I don't know.
Like that's a HIPAA violation. We can't be talking about somebody's health on here. Sorry.
We're not medical professionals. It's okay.
Eva, what you
I
have?
just-
And as long as we say allegedly, it's okay.
Allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly. I'm just having a straight Topo Chico.
Did you find
Straight
some?
up.
Those are so
Straight
hard to find.
I
They're
know.
so
Well, Rick,
hard to find.
well,
we
the
still
ones that
looking for those?
the
We're
ones
still-
that were so hard to find a few months ago, we're still drinking the
No,
one
it-
box that we
yeah.
saved because I drink them so much.
Yeah,
Well,
I know we're not to this segment. But you know what irritates me when bartenders try to pass off Topo Chico as club soda. It is not
Yeah,
club soda.
it is
It
not.
tastes different than club soda.
It is.
I'm not dumb. I'm a
they-
professional.
I'm pretty, but I'm not dumb.
Well, and they upcharge you for it too. So why would
Like-
you want to?
Yeah, it's weird.
Coach Daddy, what are you drinking?
I am still drinking water.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so boring.
Yeah,
I am on my 4th month of not drinking alcohol.
What?
It's
I
pretty
know.
fucking boring.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When are you going to stop that?
Sober
Soon, I
Shiloh.
hope. Yeah.
So the last time I saw you, you weren't drinking?
I didn't drink at all at whatever that
The party?
old fart's birthday party was. He doesn't listen to this podcast, right? Yeah, we're good. I didn't
Whose
drink at all.
party?
No.
None of our friends really listen, you know.
Mm-mm.
So
Oh,
we
PH.
can talk
party.
shit.
Yeah, I was not drinking
Are-
at PH's birthday party.
Are
yeah.
we going to cover that later? Or are we gonna,
Yeah, we
we'll cover
can.
that later.
it was fun.
Well, why don't we?
Well, it was something.
Why don't we update everybody on what we did this summer on our summer break?
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
I didn't know. Nobody sent me that comment.
I know they're all waiting.
When did we break?
End of June.
Yeah, I really haven't done
Did you do anything?
Same thing we did in June.
Oh,
I went to PH's birthday party.
Yeah.
okay.
We've
Wow.
all spoken to that one person that was a guest one week that then disowned us all.
Yes. The lawsuit has been dismissed.
For legal reasons, we can't mention his or her name.
And we cannot show a picture.
Eva.
My hands are clean on this one.
That's it. I don't know. I really don't. We can't
Yeah.
see it shallow.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
So
You
your
can see the
hi-
eyes.
so the
He
highlight of your
knows.
summer.
He knows it was there, right?
So the highlight of your summer SAP was that party. Ooh, girl. I'm kidding. It was
Man,
fun.
I didn't do much at all this summer.
Well,
It was hot.
We did through the end of June. Is that when we
Yeah.
were here through the end of June?
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
July and August. I
Yeah.
typically kind of hibernate during those months anyway because it's so
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The irony is that we ended with Pride and we're beginning with Pride.
Oh,
Right.
Because Dallas has to have
I
new
mean,
Pride.
Pride
You guys
y'all-
need
yeah,
to. That
come
one is
on.
one.
I thought about that
Let's
earlier. I was like, did
stir
we end
that
with
up,
Pride?
Eva.
I can only be an ally so many days.
I know, right?
why do I have to be proud twice a year?
I don't know. It's
You're
so
not straight. You
exhausting.
can be proud one day. It's fine.
Exhausting. Eva, what'd you do?
Well, I too attended the party that of our friend PH, which was fun. It was really pretty.
It was nice.
uh
And the drinks
it
were
was-
free.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And I went and visited my family a few times during the summer. My mom had a birthday, my brother had a birthday. At 2 different times. So I think that's pretty much it.
Boy,
you
we
go-
are
did you go-
killing it with our summers.
Did you go to the lake?
Oh, I did. Yeah, 4th of July in Branson, which was a lot of fun. And Rick went to go see his mom that time because he doesn't do the lake. He's
not a
motion
lake
sickness.
boy.
He gets vertigo really bad. So
Oh.
Oh yeah.
yeah, so he struggles with that. And when he gets it, it's like it's months and
Bad.
months.
It's
so
bad.
but yeah, so that's it, pretty much. Yeah.
Charlotte, what'd you do?
I too went to the lake. Again, not drinking makes things really boring. So I went to the
Man,
lake and didn't drink.
People are annoying too.
They're annoying as shit. When you're the sober one,
Because
yeah, it's
they
really good.
think
Yeah.
they're so funny,
Mm.
and you're like, yeah, no.
Hey, we
Your
are
coping
funny.
mechanism. Some of you are.
Hey.
Your coping mechanism is gone. I'm more fun when I drink. I get that. And then I also went to PH's like the one time Steve is paying for drinks. I didn't get anything.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
oh, shut up! You're always the one. He goes and
Actually,
buys
I'm the only
shots
one
with.
that PH will buy shots for. So
Yeah,
that's
he'll
actually-
sneak
that's
off.
fine. Yeah.
Yes.
He won't buy for anybody else but me. Yeah. So I did that at the lake, and then that birthday party, and for my actual birthday, I spent it in a fucking RV driving through Texas, through Oklahoma, or through New Mexico to Colorado to officiate a wedding in Crested Butte.
I
Yeah,
forget. Yeah.
How
So
was
you
that?
drove the RV?
I drove part. Yeah, it was a
How many people were in the RV?
there were 5 adults and 1 3-year-old,
Wow.
Oh,
and the people weren't in the back weren't like enjoying the RV. Like, we got the one that had a satellite dish in it, so you could watch TV. Like, nobody was doing anything, and so every time we stopped, it was like 45 minutes per stop.
Listen, if we got an RV that I could like lay back and watch TV the whole time,
Yeah.
I'd be good.
That was the whole
Yeah.
goal, like, so we could just keep
Yeah,
going.
just
Like, there's a
keep
fridge, you
plow
can eat.
right
Yeah, we
through,
never have
right?
to,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that was really fun.
So you're going to do that again next year. You
Oh
had
my
so much
God.
fun.
Well, and I didn't want to really. Adam doesn't listen to this podcast, so it's fine. I didn't really do it, but like, he needed help. Like, he wasn't able to. He wouldn't be able to have done the drive by himself.
Yeah.
So it was really
Okay. Shannon, I haven't talked to you. How was your cruise?
Well, I did have a busy summer, so
You
I didn't
did.
want to
Yeah.
rub it in all your faces.
You
but I had
did,
a
yeah.
Very busy summer. So we went to the lake a few times, but we went to Italy and Greece we were gone for
Fun.
18 days or so. And actually it's the cruise that Sally Ann did last year. I think the
Exact
exact
same itinerary.
same one, right?
How did you make it without an iron in your room?
So you could get an iron once you got on board. You
Oh,
just
I
had
didn't
to-
know that.
Yeah, you could just call your little cabin guy and he would bring it down. You could only have it for an hour or so, but I had it a couple different days and I got to
Okay, that's
iron
good
on
to
my
know
stuff.
for next time. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there you go. But it was good. It was a great trip. We had a great time. Nobody died. That's
Well,
good. No,
What were your
We didn't
favorite
li-
spots?
we didn't lose. We didn't lose a phone, a wallet, a
That's
passport,
good.
any of that.
Nobody went
Um,
overboard.
No.
What were your
The only
favorite
thing-
places?
Hold on. The only thing I lost though was my favorite sunglasses.
Uh-oh.
But as luck would have it, and I bought those in Palm Springs earlier this year. In the Rome airport, I happened to glance to the left, and there was a
There they
shop
were.
there that carried those brand of eyeglasses. So I got a pair, so which means I did not lose anything on the trip. So
yay.
Good for
Yeah.
you. Good
Yes.
for you.
let's see, my favorite stops. So I would go back to, I think, Santorini and Mykonos for me. We were only there a day, so I would go back for a couple days longer there just to see more of it. But they were all good. Celia, did you guys go to Turinio or whatever that city is? It's like up in the mountains. It's in Italy. It's like on the coast.
From like the Florence stop, Livorno.
It was
nuh-uh.
like halfway through. Okay. That's a really cool. So if you watch like White Lotus, that's where it's filmed.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't do
Yeah.
that. Huh.
Yeah, it was really, we didn't get to go to one stop. They changed it, but I think we went there
Okay.
instead. So
Okay.
Anyway.
One of the stops we did that I thought was, again, this summer was really cool, because we did the site of the original Olympics games
Oh, very cool.
in
Cool.
Olympia. Now, I can't say that that's the exact spot that whatever was run back then, but close enough. We were in Olympia. So that was kind of cool. Watching the Olympics this summer, it was kind of cool to be like, oh yeah, I know where
Yeah.
that started. Yeah.
Well, the two things that we figured out after being on there, 10 days is a long time to be on a cruise, especially with children. So any future cruises will be adults only. And I don't mean X-rated, Shiloh. I mean only 18 and older.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing is then you get with the swingers and stuff, you have to be careful. So
I'd rather take my
You can
chance
get an
with,
upgrade. It's an
I'd rather
upgrade.
take my chance with swingers than children. They were everywhere. I was
why
like,
do you take children on a European cruise anyway? Because you're just walking around sightseeing in these
and
old
they don't
buildings.
and they don't
Like,
give a
it's fun
shit
for
about it.
this.
They're not
Yeah.
going to
They
remember
get-
it.
No, they
Fucking
don't give a shit about
breeders.
it. Yeah,
It could not
crazy.
be fun for the kids.
No,
I mean,
no. And it's not like there's just one. They have a brood of them, like
oh, I know.
family of 6. I'm like, what are you, insane? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Bring those kids.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, and I know you told us before we went, I would definitely go a different time of year. It was so freaking hot.
And crowded, right?
Sweat. I mean, just like
We went in October and it was hot, but we didn't take clothes for like really cool weather, but
yeah,
we thought it would be cooler than it was.
right.
So I mean, like so hot every
Yeah.
day. It was
Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
Santorini, did you have to stand and wait on that cable car to take you
Not
out?
too long. Not too
We
long.
had to wait for a while, and we're just like right in the blazing sun. It was
Oh golly, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But it was fun. So I
Good,
would recommend.
good.
Awesome.
Okay, sorry, we got sidetracked.
Yeah. What else you do?
We didn't play softball.
Well, some of us didn't.
They had a summer league, and I went out there several times on Wednesday nights, and had to go out there and get the field set up. Yeah, it was really it was hot.
No.
No thanks.
Now,
In
will they
Grand
do that
Prairie.
again? Did they learn, or would they do
They're
it
gonna
again?
do it again. I think the goal was to have it like for the World Series teams to have like scrimmages like for them to be able to play. A couple of them did it, but I think they learned. I didn't think they waited last minute to kind of throw it all together, but I think they'll do it again.
Each
Sweet.
their own.
Okay.
So nobody's asked about my background.
If I ask about it, you're gonna change it. I'm just looking at Brittany.
So
The VMAs. The VMAs.
yes, this is the one where she was lip syncing so badly, and they thought she was on all kinds of narcotics. She probably was. That was
She's a hot
today
mess.
in
Yeah.
2007.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's when she came back. That was after the breakdown.
Was that
Mm.
after the head shaving incident?
Is that a wig?
Is
that an Eva special?
Extensions. No, but that's when she that was when she was performing her best album to date, which was Blackout. When she was doing Give Me More.
Gimme.
Yeah,
She was blacked
great
out.
album.
Yes, she was blacked out.
I think she was medicated at that point.
Yeah.
Not a bad way to go.
And
I saw
Friday,
her show in Vegas one year. It was a lot of fun. Obviously, she lip syncs the whole thing, but it was entertaining. So
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah.
Well, I went home to see my parents for a couple of weeks.
Do you have some good food while you were there?
Oh yeah, great food. And I got to see all my neighbors and saw Trish and Fancy. They came over for an afternoon.
Yay.
Yeah.
Did you sign a lot of autographs for all of our fans?
Who?
Did you sign autographs for our fans back home?
Well, the first Sunday I was home, excuse me, this woman came up to me at church. Never seen her before. You know, I've been at that church all my life. She
came up to you. She came up to you and said, "How are you not on fire stepping into this church?"
I know, right? She
That's not what she
said,
"Okay."
I pray for you and your
and
podcast.
she said, I quote, she said, and I quote, "Oh my gosh, I'm a big fan of your podcast." I was like,
Oh.
"Oh, thank you so much. Thank you
Well,
so
that's nice.
It's good to see
Do we
you."
know her name?
Yes, her name is Courtney.
Hi, Courtney.
Hey, Courtney.
Hey, Courtney.
Now, did you have a lot of cover dish socials at home
No.
when you were there? No,
No.
you didn't
Well,
bring your favorite
no.
hominy recipe?
Well, I couldn't stay as long as I wanted to because I had to jet off to New York for the 4th of
What?
July. I was asked to come perform at the Broadway 4th of July concert, and so I did. I sang one of my country hits.
Why don't
One of your
you
country hits?
why don't you give us a
Beyond
little piece
Moon.
of that right
No.
now? Why
No,
don't you give us a little taste of that?
It's an original called "I'll Cook You Dinner Every Day If You Love Me Every Night."
What?
Yeah, well, it's one of my country hits. You've heard it, I'm sure. And then the end of July, I flew to Paris
Oh,
because
Did you see Emily? See Emily? in
No,
Paris?
no.
you had quite
I-
an adventurous summer.
I
Wow.
competed in a very not well-known event in the Olympics. I silver medaled in the javelin catch. Yes.
Not breakdancing.
Nope. Oh, that's stupid. But yeah, I silver medaled in the javelin catch, and then I came home.
Wow.
Okay.
Busy.
It's a busy summer.
Mhm. I guess we don't have fact checkers on this show, do we? It doesn't matter.
No, I fired them.
Valdez will probably fact check us.
Probably.
There's no room in the budget.
Okay. All right, Sally, and what are we celebrating today now that we're all caught up?
Oh, let's see what we're celebrating. Hang on. Well, I will say I found it interesting when I was doing some research on September that only one US president was born in September and only one US president was assassinated in September. Not the same one, but both named William Taft, William McKinley. Well, that was a little interesting.
Cool.
So mainly this week, we've got September 11th. So we've got Patriot Day and National Day of Service and Remembrance, which is on the 11th. On the 12th is National Day of Encouragement. And on the 12th also is National Hug and High Five Day. The second Thursday in September is National School Picture Day, because it's school picture. And then the other days of note is September 12th is National Chocolate Milkshake Day.
Yeah.
Let's go back to school picture day. What was your worst in your school, like K through 12, your worst year of your school picture? I have several, but if you could think back, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that that's my photo.
I can't remember, but I'm going to say probably I'm going to guess around 7th grade or something, that kind of awkward phase, your face is starting to break out, but you're not wearing makeup yet. It's, yeah,
You
I'm
weren't.
going to say about 7th grade.
Did
I
you
don't
have
know.
big hair? Did you have big hair?
I don't think I had, what's Andy? What are y'all laughing at? I don't think I had
No.
big, no, I had
Eva
short
said
hair.
he was wearing makeup. Also, homework assignment. Everyone needs to provide pictures for next week.
I had short hair. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Andy, what about you? When was your worst picture? Don't tell me you take all good pictures.
No, probably
about to. Yeah.
probably
No, I
third,
think
fourth,
that.
third or fourth grade, probably.
Okay.
And why was it your worst?
Just the clothes.
Oh,
Like
Okay.
I vaguely remember. God, that was so long ago, Shannon.
Like Garanimals? Were you wearing Garanimals?
They were.
He had
yeah.
overalls with no shirt underneath.
Yeah.
Oh, it is South
But,
Carolina.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember those hee-haw overalls?
Yes.
And Andy, I'm talking to y'all because you others
Yes.
who may be too young, but they
I don't know what
Yes.
that is. Yeah.
No, they
You
have
don't even know what hee
Garanimals.
haw is.
I
They'd have
remember Hee Haw.
Garanimals. They'd have Garanimals when I was in
Rick had them.
grade.
Is that what you said, Eva?
No, no, I had.
I thought you said
I
Rick
know
had
they
them.
are.
I was like,
Oh, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did.
Do you remember those silky type shirts? The button up.
that children were no.
Yeah,
You were in silk in third grade?
it wasn't silk.
Are you
That
talking
the
like
Copacabana
Victorian ages, like what they wore back
No,
then?
no.
Was it a
Interview
big
with the
ruffle?
Vampire?
Huh?
Did it have a big bow on it?
No, but there was a
Pussy
print.
bow.
There was a print on it.
I know what you're talking about.
Thank you.
That's very 70s.
I
That's
know what you're talking about.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
simple.
Well, it was the 70s.
Yeah, with the big collar and the printed
Yeah,
silky. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay. Shiloh, did you take any bad pictures?
So I had a chili bowl haircut for a long time, like all through elementary and middle
Me
school.
too. Me too.
Like
Me too.
it looked like somebody put a bowl. There was a lot of, and actually, I have every single one of my yearbooks from kindergarten all the way through graduating high
Good
school.
deal.
So
God.
we can provide
Nice.
some pictures if we need to.
Nice.
If we need to do that.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't have
But a lot
any
of bad ones. The
here.
chili bowl haircuts. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Eva, what about you?
Mine was probably
What?
my 5th grade year.
Was it a bad wig?
No.
His
I was-
mustache
Hadn't
hadn't grown
gotten
in
the
yet.
wigs yet, so
That's when I went through like a big, like I always teetered with my weight growing up, but
Were you a
that's
little
when I hit
heavy?
my heaviest. And that picture is,
little husky.
oh my God, I was so cute. And then it's like, boom. It's like I almost took the next frame next to it because
Oh.
I
Does that
needed
look
the
like
space.
Jail's old high school picture? That size?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
JL,
pretty much.
That picture blows my mind of JL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, who is
Pretty
this?
much.
It's about
Shiloh.
28.
Okay, I'm texting Angie to get a copy of Eva's picture from.
Oh God, I have it. I'll put it up there. I don't care. But then at like 6th grade, like when puberty hit, like I started losing weight and I started doing
And you
football.
went from
So everything after that was
4'10" until 5'4", like you grew a couple inches.
yeah, I grew up a couple inches. I went through my growth spurt. They're like, oh my gosh, are you wearing lifts?
Oh my God.
But yeah, that would probably be
Well,
that.
mine was my sophomore year, and my mother had talked me into getting a perm.
Oh, I love that perm.
Just in the back or
No, on the top.
Okay.
It was a
Love
little
that.
long in the back because it was the 80s and it was a perm, and I had braces and goofy looking and some weird purple sweater on. It's like,
Mm.
oh my God, this is the worst. I see it now. I'm like, oh my God, how did my mother let me leave the house looking like that? But
She
yeah,
thought you looked so handsome.
that perm, yeah,
That perm.
That's
no
funny.
perm, no
That's
perm.
funny.
What is it?
So that was the
Ogle-
Lord, yeah, the National School Picture Day. The other thing of the national days is September 14th is, and I highlighted this one because I have a question. It's National Eat a Hoagie Day. Do y'all call those hoagies? Do
I
y'all
just heard eat a hoe day. Did you finish that sentence or?
y'all call them hoagies? Those sandwiches? What do y'all call them?
Sub
Sub sandwiches,
Sub sandwiches, yeah.
subs, yeah.
Subs. Yeah, I think hoagies like Northeast.
Yeah.
And the South, we call them
Yankees.
po' boys. So, I
Yeah.
mean,
Unless
Mhm.
it's somebody named Hoagie.
no. Okay. So that's all I got.
And Saturday, 14th is Mama Pam's birthday.
Okay.
Yay.
Well,
Okay.
happy birthday, Pam.
My dad's birthday was Friday, and then
Oh,
we've
nice.
got, yeah, and then we've got, oh yeah, on September 16th is Mayflower Day. That's the day the Mayflower landed in the US,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Let's say
They
allegedly.
thought they were headed to Virginia, and they got weather and turned around, and I'm sure navigation. But I did think it was interesting that allegedly only one person died on the trip over. It's like 60 something days across the Atlantic.
It was after y'all got here that y'all killed everybody.
Well, that's when the
They brought the diseases with them, yes.
the pilgrims got here and they were like, who doesn't look like us?
Yes.
Have a blanket
Everybody.
and some fire water. We're good.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So okay, those are our dates.
Oh, I don't
Okay.
want to shout out to my mom and dad. They have their 64th wedding anniversary.
Happy
Wow.
anniversary, Bubba,
Congratulations.
Suzanne. That's crazy to think of
Mhm.
living with the same person for that long.
How does that math work out since you're 65, Andy? Let me see.
Ooh.
Well, I think you should
Oh.
work out yourself.
Oh.
Just kidding.
And there you go.
But Andy did have a birthday while we were on
Andy did have a
He
birthday.
did.
Yeah.
and Shiloh, yes. Mhm.
Inshallah.
Andy turned the big 6-0 this year, so congratulations, Andy.
I did not turn 60.
I was like, did I miss one?
Well, I think his life expectancy is only 3 more years anyway, right?
That's right. Is it
And why is
countdown
that,
clock?
Andy?
Does he have
Why is
MS?
that?
Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell y'all. And for you new listeners, I have multiple sclerosis.
Were you
Still.
the first person with MS to get a silver in javelin catching?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Okay, that's good.
That's pretty impressive. Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you use your
Wow.
hands or your
One hand.
mouth? Okay.
One hand.
One
Your
handed.
mouth.
Pretty badass.
Oh god.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it to Los Angeles or not. We'll see.
Well, did your life expectancy get you to Los Angeles, or
I know,
does
right?
Does that
Maybe
clock
I'm
run
just
out?
the clock is getting close. I can make it to the figure skating finals or competition in 20.
In 2 years. Okay.
So,
Yeah. Okay. All right. There's hope.
fingers crossed.
All right. What's next on our agenda, kids?
And back. I had to raise the window for my roommate.
Over under it.
Over under it. All right. What are you
Oh.
obsessed with? How's that? What, Sally, and what?
You know what? Who I'm obsessed with after the Olympics are Tara and Hunter Woodall. Is that it, or Woodhall? The couple, like she won in the long jump, and then he was he won the gold in the Paralympics.
Yeah.
I love them. They are the sweetest little couple. Absolutely love
Mhm.
them. Best story to come out of the Olympics for
Yeah.
sure.
I
Yep.
wouldn't say best. We'll get to that, but don't worry.
Oh.
Whatever.
So you're
That's
obsessed.
that's what I'm obsessed with right now. So
Andy, what are you obsessed with?
I am obsessed with there's a show on HBO Max called Industry.
Oh,
I watched the first season and a half. There's 3. They're on the 3rd season right now. It
Yeah.
is so good.
it's got the guy from Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Jon Snow.
yeah.
What's it about?
This
industry.
this young group of college grads, and they're in the banking and financial industry. selling and trading stocks and hedge funds. It is so good.
So it's story of your life
Yeah,
as a hedge fund.
yes, they drink a lot.
So it is your story of your life.
It is.
Yes,
Well, aren't they British? Isn't it British?
some of them are, not all of them.
The Brits tend to drink a lot anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just jacked
the
up.
ones I know.
They're jacked up all the time. They're just so good.
Okay.
So I highly recommend it.
And
And
that's it. Is it the
and-
first season? Sorry.
there's two seasons out, and they're running the third season right now on HBO. So you'll be able to see all 3 seasons by the end of the summer. God bless you.
Thank you.
But I highly recommend.
Was there something else? I thought you should have started to say something else.
Nope.
Nope. That was it. All right. Shiloh, what are you obsessed with?
I'm obsessed with playing old school Nintendo games. I recently beat Dragon Warrior 1 and 2, and I'm working on the third one, and literally that is again, when you're not drinking, you have a lot of free time, and you're boring. So I'm obsessed with the Dragon Warrior video games.
So we're
I don't know
Shiloh.
what that is. I have no idea what that is. Eva, do you know what Dragon Warrior games are?
No.
It's like one.
No,
It's
I wasn't the gamer.
It's a turn-based RPG.
Oh,
I don't know what that is, but okay.
role play game.
Well, you do stuff, and then instead of like actually like it's like you take a turn and attack, and then somebody attacks. It's like kind of like if Dungeons and Dragons was a video game, sort of.
So
That's the best
Are
way to
you
describe it.
are you playing with other people?
No, I mean I'm playing it on like the original Nintendo, so it's like
okay.
old school.
He has
It's not-
He has costumes as they go to the park.
I
That-
wondered
that's
if,
LARPing. That's
I wondered if he
LARPing.
I wondered if he was sitting at home and he had his headphones on and he's speaking at like 12-year-old boys screaming at him for blowing his head off. You're not doing any of that
No,
yet, are you?
no, God, no.
Okay.
Not for
all right.
legal reasons
Not
either,
yet.
but I'm not doing that. No.
He has on his wizard costume, but he also has a lightsaber.
I get confused. I did buy a beanbag recently, so that's kind of fun. So I'm sitting on a beanbag in my living room playing.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So if someone texts me and I don't respond, it's not because I'm busy. I'm just playing video games.
In the
Gaming.
beanbag. In
On the
LED.
beanbag, yeah.
gaming.
It's pretty low to the ground, so sometimes you have to roll out to get out of it, but that's okay.
Off topic, but how's your little lady friend? I haven't seen her since Peach's party.
She's good. She's in Portugal right now.
What?
She's in Europe on a girls' trip for like 2.5
Wow.
weeks. Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Well,
she'll
now's
probably
the-
meet somebody over there. So,
now's the time to start drinking.
right.
I mean, there were pretty attractive people in Portugal
Yeah.
and a lot of wine. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Sally, I meant to say this about the trip, and I wanted to know if you did agree. When you were over there in Italy and Greece, did you notice a lot of really good-looking women or men with homely wives or homely girlfriends, like mismatched everywhere?
You know what? Now that you say that, yeah, I think so. But
I mean,
our fun little game we played while we were on the cruise, while we were on the boat was, is he gay or is he European? Because
It's hard to tell.
Did
Sometimes
you
it's
and the
hard to
person
tell.
we can't name both hit on the same person, and who they talked to? That's how you decided, or
say again?
like you and the person we can't name? That's who.
No.
You didn't go on the
No.
cruise with Tina?
No.
Rosemary.
Oh, I
went
thought I was
Rosie.
okay. I thought you did. I was like, what? Did you and Tina both hit on them, and then whoever they talked to, that's how you decided if they were gay or straight?
No.
And everyone seemed to be straight because no one was talking to Tina.
No, the only trip I've been on with him is when we went to Belize when he was patient zero
For COVID.
For COVID.
Oh, okay.
When he brought the pandemic to the mainland.
I'm pretty sure. But I think I've said this before. I would like to give a shout out to my immune system because we shared a little cottage for a week and I never got sick. So
Wow.
Good for you.
Good times.
yeah.
Eva, what are you obsessed with?
This is gonna sound really gay.
Shocker. Wigs.
And I'm actually shopping for one right now. I'm obsessed with these dangly earrings. We talked
Are
about
your
this
ears still
we-
pierced? You're still
we
doing that?
talked, we talked about this yesterday. I'm interested in seeing what I would look like.
What kind of
And
dang-
you can't hear the fervent no scream from the other room.
Is
Wait,
Rick
what
gonna have to
kind
buy
of
you one
dang-
earring?
What kind of dang?
He has before.
like hoops or
Well,
like
it's like the ones that they have are like the hoop with like a dank, like a like a lightning bolt
no,
or a cross or
no,
something.
nope, nope,
I think I might
nope,
be too old for it, but I'm interested
no,
to see.
no, no,
He's yelling no again, so.
no. Tell him
But I
I
mean,
agree with him. No.
my ears are very delicate, so they
Oh God.
can't take Amazon usually, but it's only designer, so we'll see if I can find one. That's what I'm obsessed with. I'm obsessed with looking at them, and I'm interested.
He just wants another expensive piece of jewelry, and that's the way he can get it. is
You're
through
Well,
transitioning slowly.
no, I mean it's just like
Yeah.
like I see everybody wearing them. I see everybody wearing them. I'm like, I wonder if I could pull
Like
that
young
off.
women, like high school girls. Is that who you see wearing them?
Yeah.
Yes, we went to North Park yesterday. It was
There you go.
oh. I was like, give me that earring. I want to try it. But no, that's what. That's what.
Wow. Mm.
Okay. Who
Okay.
else have we got obsessed? What we
Oh,
got?
me. Sorry, me. Okay, I'll save one for next week. But a show I'm obsessed with. I know Andy gave a show, but
Oh, there
Hang
you
on,
go.
there's a chili bowl haircut. I'm obsessed with this.
I love it. That's awesome.
There it is.
Mason looks just
It looks
like
like
you.
Basin, yeah. It looks
Oh my
just like
gosh.
Basin.
That was
That's so
kindergarten.
funny.
Cute.
Is a show on Netflix, The Perfect Couple.
Yes.
So it's what's her name? Nicole Kidman and Liev Schreiber and Dakota Fanning, I think is who's in it.
It is.
It's a
Is it
short.
good?
It is good.
I kept falling asleep in the second episode and couldn't.
You have to stick with it, I think, because
Okay.
it gets better. So it's like 6 episodes, so it's not a huge investment, but I think it's pretty good. So,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
well,
give it
I
another
will.
try. Let's
I
see.
will. I will. Okay.
Yeah, it's easy one to pass the time too. So
I like a good 6 episode anything.
yeah, and then you're done with it. No multiple
No big
seasons.
commitment. Yeah.
No, then it's over with.
Yeah.
So yeah, so check it out. All right, what do we?
Did we get everybody's obsessed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we get Andy's? What's Andy's?
Industry.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not-
Okay. My bad. Sorry.
Sally Ann, what are you over?
I am over, and I'll try to make this brief. I've talked about this before, just the stupidity of our society, basically. And I don't know, for those of you that are on the TikTok,
On the TikTok.
the
Tell us
last
to get off your yard. Go
the
ahead.
last week, there were people taking advantage or trying to take advantage of this Chase Bank glitch. Have y'all heard about this?
Huh.
Okay, so I'm going to try to make it quick. The glitch, which it's really not even a glitch, was that if you deposit, like say over the weekend, if you deposit a check through the ATM, it's going to show that you have that much money in your account. Therefore, you can withdraw against it because it assumes the check is good.
Yeah.
So what these people were doing were writing like $20,000 checks to themselves. And then Chase would show the balance of 20,000 something, and then they would withdraw the money. And they call it a glitch. It's really, fraud or check kiting or something like that.
Cheat,
and they
stealing.
seem surprised that they're going to have to pay the money back because it was a glitch. So
That
People
is
are
so
stupid.
Yeah.
People are
Thank
so
you.
stupid.
Were they
Are these
millennials?
kids?
just because somebody on TikTok tells you can do this doesn't mean
No, that's a Xenial thing. That would be a Xenial thing, like a Gen
the
Z
TikTok
thing.
stuff.
Yeah, the glitch because they want everything for no
Yeah,
work.
and it's like the money wasn't ever there. So
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, of course you have to pay it back. And now they're getting mad because say they had like $500 in their account to start with. They want that money back. Like
No.
they want that money, even though they spent like $20,000 in a weekend. They're like, but I had $500 in my account.
Oh my God.
No, girl, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that
Probably
way.
going to be prosecuted. And I saw another TikTok of a woman that was like, oh yeah, you can do this. I did it 15 years ago. 3 different
Chase.
times with deposits of $3,000. She said, so for $9,000, I did it. And she goes, 15 years later, I still cannot have a bank account anywhere. Anywhere. She
Mhm.
said, so try living your life like that. Try renting a place, try buying a place, try, telling your employer that only does direct deposit. sorry, I don't have a bank account. Y'all are gonna have to cut me a check because I'm gonna go somewhere. So yeah. And
Wow.
and they filmed themselves doing it and put it on TikTok. So check
Jeez.
it out. Okay,
Stupid.
I'm over it. Okay,
Stupid.
done.
Well, and they do know that they have cameras on the ATMs when they
Yeah,
deposit
Right.
check.
exactly.
I mean,
Right.
it's literally like you're
Exactly.
getting recorded.
And they wrote a check
Check
on
to
their
themselves.
account.
They
to
could have at least found
themselves.
another person. You write each other checks. You guys are bad at money laundering. Bad.
So I'm going to write myself a check with my account number, my name, my
Mhm.
address, my information. Because I have an account there, they have all my information.
Mm.
And then I'm going to withdraw. So that's what I'm
Unbelievable.
just stupidity. We're doomed,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, we're doomed.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Terrible.
Go ahead.
Wow.
Next.
Andy, what are you over?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm over hypocritical people that
Here we go.
okay, let me just set this up.
Which one of us on the podcast are you
Yeah.
talking
No,
about?
no, no, no.
Okay.
It's I've heard it a couple of times. I don't like this movie because there's a lot of bad language in it.
Mm.
And I'm not gonna go see a movie with these people in them again. And then they turn around and say, but I love Yellowstone. Do you know how much cussing is in Yellowstone?
Yellowstone is,
They
yeah.
say the F word, the S word, the D word, the C word, everything.
What
And
are
they're
these
just horrible.
words?
And they're just horrible people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
But it's set in a country in wholesome, Andy.
It's
So it's
so
okay if they
good.
say that.
Well, those weren't bad words back then.
this is no,
They
it's
weren't
the present.
they weren't woke in the country.
Yeah, nothing.
And I just look at these people like, okay, you'll listen to them say dick on TV, but you won't go to a movie and listen to them say dick. You're
You're a dick.
Yeah, you're deficient mentally.
Mm.
But isn't Yellowstone present day?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was set in the country.
No, that
No, it's the prequels that are.
I mean, it is
like,
in
I
the
was like,
country,
this is
but
present
it's
It's not
day.
in the country,
Current,
but
yes.
it's current.
Yeah.
So-
Oh,
It's
I thought it
yeah.
was a
Or
historical.
not
they
in the
have
country,
cell
it's set on a
phones.
ranch.
it's
Current.
set in Montana where I wrote and recorded one of my country hits.
Oh, okay.
Were you inspired by Montana to write that song?
Big
I
Sky.
was.
Was that the one where if they cook dinner, you put out? Was that the song?
I'll cook you dinner every day if you love me every night.
Yeah.
I was gonna go get my Grammy, but it's
That's
it's in the other way. It's in the other way. It's
Yeah.
in the other way.
Shiloh, what are you over? Not
I
Yellowstone.
I've never actually seen it. Well, I think I tried to see one episode. I've never actually watched Yellowstone, but I'm over
Yellowstone's
political
good.
text message ads.
That's good.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
I can only
Oh
block.
my
I just got
God.
one.
Reporters.
I just got
Junk.
one.
I did too.
So many.
I just got one. I just got one.
If someone ran on the platform, the only
No more text
platform was
messages.
we will ban those. They
Those
would.
messages, yes.
Yeah.
I would vote for him, yeah.
Because all I
And
do is block and move on. Yeah.
And it's so funny because it's I donated. I'm not gonna say who, but it's like you get more, and I'm like, I gave you money.
Once they have
Stop-
your information,
stop
yeah.
Once they have your
texting
information,
me.
they never
And
stop.
if you respond back and say stop, they now have confirmed that your number is real, so you're going to get more. So there's nothing you can do. It's,
Yeah, and I love when they start with "Hello, friend." Oh, we're good friends
I am
now.
not your friend.
Call Allred. I'm getting a text from Gabby Gifford. I don't live in Arizona.
Well, I'm getting a lot of texts from Trump and his friends. So
It's crazy. I was just gonna say that too. And I just got it's all day.
No, I got one today from Gabby Gifford. I'm like, I don't know you. I don't live in your state. Go away.
Yeah.
over it.
Eva.
I think we can all agree about this. I traveled a lot during the summer, went to see my parents, and so it's interstate, and there's a lot of motorcycles on the highway that are showing off, and they glide in between two cars in traffic because they think that it's cool and they can get past them faster. And yesterday, we had an issue where there was one showing off on Cedar Springs, and as we crossed the crosswalk, within 5 seconds, plowed into a car that turned and busted all over the street. And because he was showing off, trying to speed through the light, didn't expect the car to turn and then plowed right into it. And there were two people on the motorcycle. We turned around and they were on the ground. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, but their bike was in pieces. They pulled over, and Roger and Shannon went to check, and they had no information exchange, no names, nothing, and they just took off on their own separate ways. So that's pretty sketch, but I'm just sick of them trying to think that it's cool to speed up and cut the corners.
Lanes. And then you get people like at the beginning of the summer, I see like, it's telling you to watch out for motorcycles, and like all of a sudden the cars are the bad guys. And I'm like, no, these people drive like complete idiots. I mean, they make me nervous. So yeah.
And then you're traveling and you're stuck in traffic and you're wondering, why am I stuck in traffic? Oh, there's people on the road. But then get up and there's a motorcycle accident because probably somebody was trying to zip through traffic and cut the corners. And it's just, I'm so over that. I'm just so over it.
Do you think if they had those dangly earrings when they were riding a motorcycle?
Well, you know what? That probably could have helped. That probably could have helped.
Like when they took their helmet off after that, they're like, "Oh, I really like those earrings. Where'd you get those?"
It was so traumatizing yesterday because it's literally like seconds after we crossed the crosswalk.
It was crazy. It was almost
it
wasn't real. It was like
we were all just like distraught, and I think it kind of really we had been having drinks with everybody, and it kind of just ruined the mood, and it's just like
brought you down.
Did Roger dial 911 like he did when we saw that?
No, Roger went after,
across the street?
but Roger got pretty shaken up and he left. He went home, so it was pretty.
I got a
vision now. So yeah, the cocktail will help it.
We all cope different ways.
But yeah, that's what I'm over.
What about you, Shannon?
Well, Shiloh took mine, but
sorry.
That's all right. I had a list. I'm over. So they're repainting our building, our high rise here. And so it's been going on forever. So in addition to all the construction I have across the street, I also have painters who are trying to paint the outside. So we were notified that we had to take our patio furniture and put it inside while they finished painting our side of the building. It's been 5 weeks and I have patio furniture in my living room.
No.
Yes.
When are they going to finish?
I don't know. I have threatened Tim with his life to find out when I can put our patio furniture back on the front of one of our porches.
You just got your patio furniture in your house.
Yes.
Yeah.
So luckily we have 2 patios or 2 balconies. So it looks like they've moved away from one. So we put that back out there because that was all in the bedroom, that patio furniture. So now the living room furniture, I'm sitting here staring at it and I'm just there. So
your mansion must be so crowded.
Inconsiderate. They need to get their money. And the thing that angers me too is we thought they were going to paint the balconies. Oh, they're not doing that this time. So you're going to have to come back and
do
paint
that again
balcony
another time.
And I'm going to have to move my shit again. Yes. So there we go. First world problems, I know. But
don't you know the person who runs that, who's in charge?
He's leaving. By the way, Eva.
No.
He's going to another property. So
is he taking all of his videos with him?
Oh God,
of the parking garage.
I hope so.
Is he not a nice guy?
No,
he's a very nice guy. Yeah.
No, he is. Shannon hitting concrete pillars.
Oh,
all the videos he's deleted of Shannon driving in the parking garage.
That.
Oh, I'm sure he has a private folder on his phone.
He's gonna hold that over my head
for a rainy day.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. What else, Andy?
Well, I think it's time for Coach Daddy.
Yeah, look, we got 10 minutes, Coach Daddy. You better make it fast.
Don't threaten me with a good time, SAP. Okay, and I have notes, and I'm actually more prepared for this podcast than I have been for many others. So
it's because you're sober.
Well, you have a lot of time when you're not drinking. Yeah, that is true. So thank you to all of our fans who did not watch the Olympics over the summer, so you could hear the recap. I appreciate you. Also, you wasted your time because we're not going to talk about everything. So we're going to give a big highlight of the Olympics. Sorry, SAP. This does not include your story.
That's
for your favorite. Snoop Dogg. I could not get enough Snoop. I love that Snoop has gone from gangster rapper to everyone's hi uncle. He's hilarious, and he stole the show from everything he did with the Olympics.
That was genius. I don't know
yeah.
whose idea that was,
They said he
but
made like $1 million a day, though.
He
it
got
was
paid.
genius.
He got paid, didn't
Yeah.
he? Just
But to even think about, hey,
Oh.
let's
I know,
have Snoop
because
Dogg.
perfect.
I don't know how. So the last Summer Olympics, he and Kevin Hart did a thing on the side, like the side reporting on streaming, and they decided to expand it. But yeah, he was brilliant.
Yeah. Real
Brilliant.
quick before you go into the next one, you know
No.
who wasn't? Was Kelly Clarkson. Don't ask her to come back.
No,
I
she
don't
was
know who that
awful.
is.
Oh,
Was she
She was-
drunk?
I didn't
She was
see that.
horrible.
that
Horrible.
whole segment or day was just terrible.
Yeah, it's horrible. But
She's
anyway, go
annoying
ahead.
anyway. She just interrupts everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
she is.
Sorry, Kelly.
There we lost our Kelly fans right there.
The one we had.
Demographic.
Big. I mean, she is from Fort Worth, but whatever, or Burleson, I guess. Big shout out to America. We won. We destroyed all the other countries. We had the medal count win again.
America.
We tied China for the most gold medals. So the Chinese are really good at picking all the sports that we don't do or not good at and dominating those sports. And so they kind of came out of nowhere. And tied us on that, but we still won. So screw you guys.
They're just
But
gonna
thank you for making all of our stuff.
They're just gonna release another play.
But probably will right around the same time. The three kind of the top stories. We've got the guy from Turkey who was up there doing the shooting. He's just up there, hand in his pocket. First of all, no Americans finished in the top anything in shooting, given we're the country that has the legal guns. Surprising,
right?
There's got to be some redneck somewhere holding a beer that could have done this, but
everyone
who's doing all these shooting competitions has like these weird glasses and all these little things, like whatever. This guy's just up there, like he wasn't even supposed to compete. He just happened to be in Paris. Somebody else couldn't make it.
Somebody threw him a turkey T-shirt.
Yes, he just whatever. He silver. It's a great story. The kind of the weird thing, and he only took up shooting because he's going through or was going through a divorce and took up shooting as a hobby, which is kind of
that's probably
maybe this keeps his ex-wife alive because he's now famous and he can't shoot her. But
sounds a little Oscar Pistorius-y.
Yes, very close. And
he looked like a hit. He looked like a hitman.
He really did look like a hitman.
If he had just held the gun this way,
if he could have done a little, yes, that would have been brilliant. I would have loved that.
Yeah.
The next thing I have it labeled the Wiener pole vaulter.
Oh yeah.
What a way to lose.
He will always be known for his wiener.
Yes, and I think some of the porn sites, like they don't want him to do porn, they just want him to advertise.
Oh my gosh.
He got his business caught on the pole. His pole caught on the pole and lost. Now I pole vaulted in junior high, and back then I didn't have that problem. So whatever. But the thing that the thing that got me is when you're like most of the like when you're running, like he's got to run down you're wearing spandex, like you're wearing stuff that keeps everything in. He needed more. He needed an extra pair. Yeah. I mean, he's European, so I don't think they wear underwear anyway. But yeah, kudos to him. What a way to lose in the Olympics. And now everybody's talking about your jump.
Well, and then there was it the diver with the massive junk that everybody talked about?
Jules, somebody.
I didn't catch that one.
That Speedo could not contain everything in there. That's all I gotta say.
Nope.
Tuck under.
I think he was from France.
Yeah. I think the pole vaulter was too, right? Wasn't he from France too?
Yeah.
I don't remember. That was so long ago.
Lots of wieners in the Olympics.
A lot of wieners. It happens. Next story is breakdancing. And so they called it breaking. And oddly enough, it was new to the Olympics. And now it's not going to be back in the Olympics after this year.
For good reason.
I don't know the lady's actual name, but it's Ray Gunn is what it's Rachel Gunn, I think, maybe, but the Australian. There's a whole lot of drama and weird stuff around that. Like she stacked the competition and she put people that she knew who would vote for her, like her husband's in charge of the selection committee. Like, so she shouldn't have really been selected. She shouldn't have made the Olympics, but I actually I just happened to have it on and they started and like the American chick went out there and like she crushed it. And all of a sudden, because it's a battle back and forth.
You got somebody hopping around like a
the other person comes on. I was like, what the fuck is she doing? Like how, like, I was like, is this real? Like she was, it was like, Not that
Yeah,
Eva
'cause
can't dance, but it
apparently
was like Eva was out there breakdancing.
apparently she lobbied to get Australia to have a team to
Yeah.
go.
She did all of this.
She
And
did all
she's
of
like,
it, and then her husband, she and her
yeah,
husband
she
were on
stacked the whole
selection
thing, and
committee,
she has like a
and
PhD in breakdancing or something weird, like some
or
weird.
native
Oh.
dancing or
Yeah.
something like.
And I don't, and she's mad about the backlash that I'm like, if you're gonna get out there and act like a fool,
You
then you
looked
should
like an
expect,
idiot.
you know,
And
yeah,
you kind of made a mockery of the whole thing.
Yeah.
So the
Oh,
people
yes.
that worked really hard to get
yes,
there, it was kind of a slap in the face.
yes,
To them, I
Yes.
think.
and I think like I think a lot of people were excited about. Again, they called it breaking, but breakdancing, but it just didn't really take off. So
No.
that's kind of a weird sidebar. And then my
Nope.
personal favorite story is the women's rugby team.
Yeah.
First of all,
Mhm.
they have never won anything. I think it's 7-on-7s ever. And they beat Australia to get a bronze medal at the last play. The game is over.
That
Breaks
was
through, busts
awesome.
through. Awesome play. Win the
Yeah.
game. And that turned Iona
Oh,
Mar
She's
into a
America's sweetheart
celebrity.
now. She's
Oh my God. I cannot
love her.
get enough of her. She is late 20s, so it's not as
Yeah.
creepy as it could be. I cannot, like, everything she does,
You would
this is gonna sound weird, but eat it up. Like
she-
everything that she does.
she could break you in half.
God,
Charlotte.
I mean, I would be okay with that ASAP.
Wait, I'm gonna have to look her up. What's her name?
Oh, she's
Iona Mar, she is. She's very. I mean, she plays rugby. She's muscular, like very muscular.
And the other thing I love about her, I don't know if y'all saw, like on her social media, she started kind of like clapping back at people because
Oh yeah, yeah.
like somebody commented, they were like, "Oh my God, her BMI is probably 30 or something," and she like came back. She was like, "You know what it is? It is. It's 29 to be exact." She was like, because it doesn't measure muscles. She was like, "I'm 5'10",
Yeah.
200 pounds." But she was like, "But my lean muscle mass is, I
Oh,
forget,
she-
100,
She
170
she can
something
get it,
pounds.
and she's a swimsuit model, so she's on the
Oh,
cover of
she
the
looks good.
swimsuit.
And she's gonna be on Dancing with the
Yep.
Stars.
Yeah.
She
She
does
has
the-
look good for dancing.
Oh,
She has-
that's
I
who
get
that
enough of her.
is.
She has the legs you like, Shiloh.
She does.
I
She does.
can
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
She can break
So-
you in half.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
I agree with
I'd
that.
love
Oh
for
my
her to
God.
try. Yeah, sorry, listeners. Iona Mar, I cannot get enough of her. I think she's hilarious, and she like is getting all this endorsement money for all like embrace it. I get it. Like for all
I
these
love
athletes,
her and would love to
oh,
hang out with her. So maybe
Yeah.
oh
something
yeah.
with y'all,
I'm gonna. This is gonna sound weird, but I'm gonna do this for the podcast. I'm gonna reach out to her to see if we can get her on the pod. Not for me. I'm doing this for you guys.
for the podcast.
For the
So-
podcast.
Fun on the podcast.
Oh my
yeah.
God. Yeah, she would love us. Okay, that's the Olympics again. Thank you for
What about
not
Simone?
watching anything. Oh yeah, Simone did her thing.
Simone was Simone.
Great
She
story.
kicked
She
ass,
was
yeah.
brilliant. We got the gold. That's awesome, but she didn't make the.
And
you
the
know.
little nerdy guy that won on the
Oh
pole
my God,
horse.
the pole vaulter guy.
He's
Yeah, the guy
he's
who
gonna be on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah,
too.
he is too. Yeah.
the guy who could not see
Yeah.
The
is
specialist.
blind.
The specialist.
That's all he does is that was
That's it.
I love
awesome.
it. If you're gonna do something, do it well, right? You
Yeah.
do one thing and you do it well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Be good at it.
So I did learn a new sport that I like very much now.
Oh,
So
what's that?
the 2-man canoe racing where they're up and they paddle
Oh.
really fast.
I didn't see that.
Those are some of the hottest that I've ever seen in my life.
I'm gonna have to do a little research on them.
Go on YouTube or wherever and look it up
Um,
because
Are they sitting really close together?
pretty close. Yeah.
Okay.
But not that close.
Not
but
that okay.
but they're having to like on their knees paddle, right? And so gee
Shannon, can we
whiz.
get that visual one more time?
Hot
Oh,
men
man.
on their knees.
Oh, man.
I don't
Oh,
know
man.
where we're going with this.
So if you could get some of them on the podcast, that would be
Okay.
great.
I'll
love
try
it.
them as well, but I'm not making any promises.
We know your priority, Shiloh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first thing I did was see how old she was to make sure I was not.
Yeah, she's
Crossing
almost
too many
30
lines.
She's almost 30, so
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, and I'm basically 30, so it's okay.
there you go. I mean,
Okay.
Okay,
Close to.
that's the Olympics. So I know we're running out of time, so we're gonna be quick with the rest because I do have Monday Night Football playing over there.
yeah.
U.S. Open, we kind of hit on this a little bit. Andy with his honeydew melons. So
How do you?
Yannick Sinner,
Yeah.
Yannick
Better.
won the men's US Open. So oddly enough, this kind of ends the era of the big three. So since 2002, Djokovic, Nadal, or Federer, at least one of them has won a Grand Slam title.
Ah,
So it's been 22 years since, and then that's the first time that this year that none one of them has won a title. So I mean,
that's interesting.
2 have already retired, but yeah, so it's kind of the end of that's a long time, like an end of an era.
Well, the way Djokovic played, he needs to consider retiring. He just
Really?
didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't even see him play.
he did the same thing in the Olympics too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
that's he's at the end of his career, but I mean he's good for him. And then
But
Arena.
but that Sinner guy, I told Beaver, we were watching yesterday. I'm like, he is like a freaking ball machine.
Yeah.
Like it's just bam, 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 bam.
He's
bam,
the number one
bam.
ranked player in the
Oh
world.
my
Yeah.
god!
Wow.
He
But
does
he's
that.
also had those doping allegations too. So
He did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, he does?
twice or 3 times.
Yeah.
3 times.
Oh, wow.
Which he shouldn't be allowed to be playing, but anyway.
And then Arena Sabalenka, again, I'm butchering her name, beat the American, won for the women's as well.
Arugula, pergola,
Yeah.
arugula.
No good tidbits on that, but in a similar note, I did see a couple. I don't know if you guys have heard of pickleball. There was a pickleball tournament recently, and there was an entry between there were two sets of twins. One of the, I don't know if you've seen the movie Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. One set of twins, I think, was imitating those two. And the other set of twins, I think they were the Wonder Twins. Were in there. So I didn't get a lot of national news, but it was definitely kind of a bit hit locally.
It should have.
It was a battle.
It was a battle. That's it. Tennis, pickleball, and then football. That's the big thing that's going on right now. College football is a few weeks ahead of the NFL. Interesting enough, the Pac-12 now has 2 teams. Washington State and then someone else who didn't leave. That's it. Everybody else left, and they kept
the Pac-12 is
it's just two teams. Yeah,
okay.
That's it. Everybody left, and they fought for it and kept it, and so it's just those 2 teams. Weird things with the ACC, Stanford and California, who are on the other coast, are now in the Atlantic Coast Conference, along with SMU, who refused to take any money just so they could be at the table with the big kids, which is kind of funny to me. They turned down $20 million a year in TV revenue, and they're like, no, we'll just make it up. It's fine.
Well, they got a lot of rich boosters.
They raised that money in a weekend. No big deal.
Yeah.
The Big 12 is lost Texas and OU, and there's a lot of random schools in there now. So we're turning into super conferences. So the Big 12 has, what do we have? The ACC has 17 teams, the Big 12 has 16, and the Big 10 has 18. The SEC has 16. So I think that's kind of the way of the future is we're going to start losing conferences, and it's just going to be because there's a 12 team play. Yeah, it's just going to be tournament stuff, but that's happening. And then the SEC has all the good teams still. So 6 of the top 7 in the AP are in the SEC. They're all going to play each other, so it doesn't matter. They're just going to,
We
Is Missouri 6?
Missouri
have,
6, yes.
Like we've got a new coach and a whole new team, but I think I read that maybe the second hardest schedule in the NCAA altogether, not just the SEC. So yeah, so that's fun. But it's interesting that this year with the changes, we don't play Auburn, Alabama, or LSU, which is weird because
these conferences have too many teams. Yeah,
we've been playing these teams for 100 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of weird.
Yeah, that's a big thing. So like a lot of the rivalry games are going away. And now like Texas and A&M, they're now playing each other. They're going to start playing each other again. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, a lot of the rivalry games are getting.
Say that real fast.
Rivalry.
Yeah.
I don't know why I struggle with that word. Yeah, so a lot of those games are like, and then the local scene, TCU, SMU. This is the last year they're going to play. Like
Really?
because there's just
shout out. Oh, I was gonna say shout out to ACU, their first game, Texas Tech.
I was gonna say they had a really good game, didn't they?
Really good game. Almost won.
That Raider Rash got those Christians again. It always does.
Yeah, 51-50. That was a really good game.
A good game, yeah.
I can tell you I was watching it because someone logged into my ESPN account to see it.
And I'm not a Texas fan at all, but they smacked the crap.
They put a whooping on
home.
Michigan. Yeah,
at home in Michigan,
in the big house.
In the big house.
My
Yeah,
God. That was crazy.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I mean, and then there's a 12-team playoff. So the top 5 of all the conference championships, the top 5 ranked teams, they're guaranteed playoff spots, and the top 4 of those get the first round bye, and then the next 7 teams, it's that 5th team, and then the next 7 for the ranking. So it'll be interesting because we still have the college football playoff committee. Like last year, Florida State was undefeated and didn't get in because they had a really crappy schedule, and then and now they're horrible. I think they've lost both their games this year, 3 games this year. Yeah, so they're not very good. So interesting. And then with the NFL, obviously Cowboys background, we won our game yesterday, so we're going to win the Super Bowl. So we can just go ahead.
No doubt.
I already bought a flight and hotels for New Orleans for the Super Bowl. So
I was in New Orleans. Oh, that's gonna be so
New
much
Orleans,
fun.
Yeah.
It's in New Orleans. So yeah. That's all the sports ball I got.
Rangers.
Oh, Rangers are still actually the Rangers are finishing out pretty strong. We're 6.5 games out of a playoff spot. So if we win the rest of our games and the Astros lose the rest of theirs,
Oh,
we're
so
going
you're
to the
saying
playoffs.
there's a chance.
I'm
Okay.
saying there's a chance. We have like per the ESPN whatever predictions of 0.9%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a chance.
But I mean, they've actually played pretty well lately, and like this is the time of the year when you're not great. You bring up all of your minor league players, and they get some time to play. The rosters expand.
They're doing good at the very end, like at the very end of the games. Like they're
actually finishing the
runs.
games. Yes. Oh, it's been exciting because they haven't really had a lot of that this year. Like if they've been down, then they've just kind of given up.
Rick and I have started watching them when they're on, and what's really fun to watch is that the fans, when they're at home, they don't leave even if they're getting their ass cracked. They're kicked. They stay, and then when they say they ended up winning, and it's just awesome to see the crowd just react to it, and it's actually really good.
It's nice to say when it's the summer and it's air conditioned, you don't want to go outside, so that definitely helps. Yeah, I went to the game last Thursday, and they won. I mean, there weren't a lot of people there, but it was
still
nice,
fun, right?
It was still fun, yeah.
Even sober, it was fun.
I still had a hot dog and nachos, but I did miss that beer.
Yeah.
Did you get one of the giant hot dog things? What were those called?
The boomsticks?
The boomsticks? Yeah.
No, I actually got one of those 10 years ago when they first came out, and I had the worst indigestion of my life. And so I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Is that like a foot long hot dog or even bigger?
It's like, it's 2 feet, I think. Like it's in this long carrier. I mean, I'm a man, so it's whatever the size I say, it's not accurate. But yeah, so I mean, it basically like it comes with a handle. Like you have it's got a handle, and like you can get it. And it used to be like it was just a chili dog. Now like they have them now where like you can get nachos on it too. There's just a bunch of. It's like going to the fair, but like with a heart attack.
Wow.
Here we are, still talking about wieners.
It's wieners, yeah.
I mean, look at the group we have here. Yeah.
All right, Shiloh. Anything else?
I'm done. No, that's it.
One thing I want to add real quick is Tom Brady's a horrible.
Oh my God!
Oh, is he really?
It was bad.
It was horrible.
Was he bad? Because I wasn't paying attention to him.
He tries to like he's not likable. Like everybody, if you're not a Patriots fan, you think he's a dick, right? So nobody likes him, and he's trying really hard to be likable.
And it's just,
but he's trying to be like Tony Romo-esque likable. But then he's changing his voice to be a broadcast. Like he's trying to have a broadcaster voice, so you can tell it's him, but it doesn't sound like him. And so I think that's part of the problem too. And he's just doesn't. I mean, this is his first. He's never done this before. It's his first game, so maybe he'll get better. But he was not.
Yeah.
I was like, I was like, is there an alternate audio option? I was like, is this ESPN going to put the Manning cast on? Yeah, I should have put it on Spanish. Yeah, put it on the SAP. Yeah.
So bad. Oh, what's his name? Jason Witten.
Jason Witten was really bad. Like he retired. He quit playing for the Cowboys because they made him a great offer on Monday Night Football.
And he was awful. Yeah.
I think they summed it up the best when they said Peyton Manning. There's a reason Peyton Manning was in all the commercials and then became a broadcaster, and why Tom Brady was in print ads.
There you go.
And
stick with
and
what
like
you know.
even when
Stick
they rarely showed him. They was only on video a couple times, and he has like this like
weird
chiseled like
yeah
face like. And every time I heard him talk, I was also picturing Nikki Glazer roasting the shit out of him. So that was I'm like, this is too soon for like, but he wasn't very good. I'm sure he'll get better but he just wasn't. It wasn't good.
He'll get better.
And the thing that baffles me is they gave him the prime spot. Like this is the Fox is #1. Like
They
let
should
him
have
work into
eased
give
him
him
in.
some,
Yeah,
yeah.
they should have eased him into it. Yeah.
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 But he took
They
Greg
can do
Olson's
his
spot on
time and
that, and I didn't think Greg
earn that
Olson
spot.
was good either.
Do
But
what now?
Greg Olson was the one who
Oh, yeah.
he was the number one slot before before Brady came in, and he was okay. Like he wasn't great, but I don't know. They're missing Troy and Joe. Like that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
okay, now I'm done.
All right. Thanks, Coach Daddy. All right,
right.
Eva.
All
Shiva,
right,
you're up.
we'll go
Got a
fast.
few
We'll go
minutes.
fast.
Go fast.
We'll go fast. I'm not going to get into any specifics with this. I can always elaborate next week. That way we can have more time. But I'll do a little reality TV roundup over the summer. We had The Real Housewives of Dubai, which I don't watch. That's pretty easy. So their season 2 just ended. I heard there was a lot of fighting. There was a lot of, just insanely amounts of money being thrown
Yes.
everywhere. Everything you would want.
Reunion part 1 is tomorrow.
Yeah, and everything that you want in Real Housewives, but times 10. Real Housewives of OC is currently airing right now, which is it's not as good as it used to be. But the big question is, did Heather Dubrow call the paparazzi on her family when she was at Disneyland? That's the question. That's what's centering this whole season, and it's.
I was really hoping you're going to cover that. That was like top of my list.
It's the topics that matter in the OC. And then the trailer for Salt Lake City, which is the highly anticipated one, premieres next week. They're all returning, and Mary from season 1 and season 2 is back as a full time, and she's crazy. So she's gonna bring a lot of that back to the Salt Lake City mountains, right? Mountains.
Yeah.
Real quick, RuPaul's Drag Race season 16 crowned their very first Asian queen, Nymphia Wind, over the summer, which was a big achievement for that show. They've had a lot of Asian queens participate, but none have gotten the crown. But now they have. So, or now one has. Big Brother's currently airing. I don't know if anybody's watching Big Brother.
Yes.
I'm actually watching it for the first time in like 12 years,
Same.
all the way through. And it's actually very entertaining because their tagline is expect the unexpected. And this season is actually that. Like you never know what to expect. And you think something's going to go one way and it flips. The house is flipping constantly. I don't see how they don't have any drama name because they're constantly tumbling. So that's pretty much reality TV right now. Spooky season is approaching, so that means that one channel does it the best with tons of programming, and that's the Food Network of all channels, for at least for us. So the Halloween Baking Championship starts tonight. So they'll do the same they do with the Christmas baking and the spring baking and summer baking. So and then Halloween Wars, where they work in teams and they do these elaborate sculptures and everything, which is a lot of fun to watch. That starts next week. And I think Jesse hosts the Halloween baking, and then Jonathan Bennett, who is from Mean Girls, the movie, he hosts the Halloween Wars. Just if you want to know that.
Eva, quick question: which one of these shows has the spooky dangly earrings?
The one that I watch when I'm wearing them.
Okay.
Some new shows to watch and are that I have personally picked are per Shannon's request, The Perfect Couple on Netflix. Check that one out. I heard it's hard to watch it. It's hard to get into it because they were talking about him and Roger were talking about it, and they were like being not very cordial about keeping spoilers away from us. But we were going to start that. Chaos on Netflix, which is a play on the Greek mythology, which is so
finished it.
Goldblum. It's
I finished it.
Funny. It's
what was it on?
Netflix. And it's Chaos with a K. It's quite hilarious. It's a British comedy, so it has that kind of like dry.
A lot of Benny Hill like running around.
It's got a lot of like. There's one character that breaks the fourth wall, and he just like looks at the camera while characters are talking, and it's actually hilarious. Another one is English Teacher on FX Hulu. It is so hilarious. It's about a gay teacher in Austin, Texas, who is teaching, trying to keep the curriculum with the whole woke, climate going on, and then trying to teach the curriculum, which the curriculum of the United States is problematic, and so he's trying to keep that going, and their gay rights, the kids, and pronouns. I mean, it's everything that Sally Ann would
It's funny.
love to watch.
It's funny. It is funny.
Yeah,
It's funny.
because you would learn a lot. But yeah,
Are you
it's
saying
hilarious.
she needs to learn?
No,
about
she's
pronouns?
always talking about no, she's always talking about pronouns and getting it right.
No,
and-
Nope, that's me.
I forget.
but no,
Yep.
it's really good. It's a really good show, and it's hilarious. It's hilarious. But they do curse a lot, which I didn't know teachers did. At least that one year I taught. Emily in Paris. Yeah, Emily in Paris is back for season 4, I believe. The first half is already out, 5 episodes if you look into it. The next part starts next week, I think. And it's Emily in Rome. She travels to Rome for business and meets some hot Italian men, and
They run a train on
chaos
her.
ensues. Yeah. Also real quick, the Creative Arts Emmys took place.
I just got another text.
Oh, from the election.
Stop giving them money.
Right?
The Creative Arts Emmys were this past weekend. The show Shogun won 14 Emmys, a record for the night. Jamie Lee Curtis won an Emmy. Alan Cumming broke RuPaul's Drag Race, RuPaul's actual hosting, that she's been dominating the category for the past, I think, 8 years. He won an Emmy for Traitors, the show that he hosts. Yeah, he won for Best Reality Host. The main show
Did he also win for best costumes for his?
Oh, right. I know. I think they were nominated, but I don't think they won.
Shannon.
Dang. Obsessed.
The main show, the main Emmys, takes place on Sunday at 7 on NBC, I believe. So I'll do some fashion next week, and we'll talk about that. Movies, real quick. Deadpool Wolverine was the biggest one of the summer. I know people that have seen it 3 or 4 times. It's hilarious. It's great. It's everything. There's nostalgia. There's everything that you would want in a movie. And Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman jacked up. Jackman. It was really, really, it was really, really good. And then just movie related, J-Lo and Ben divorced.
Shocker, right?
We talked about it at the
I had
end,
money
and
on
we
that.
knew it was coming. But he finally put the nail in the coffin, and went with the. Yeah.
Did she leave him for Matt Damon?
I don't know. They were really cozy over the weekend at the what was it, the TIFF festival?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Who?
Matt Damon and J-Lo. They were embracing. Yeah. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how that happens. And it was a brat summer. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know Charlie XCX dominated in the music. If you don't know who Charlie XCX is, get to know her. She is not a millennial, kids. She's a millennial. She's older than you think. I've known about her for 13 years. She's been around that long.
How old are you?
Charlie XCX.
Wow.
The XCX is not anything. It's just X. C word. See you next Tuesday. X. That's what it means.
Really?
Yeah. That's what it is. Really good album that she put out called Brat, and she's dominating, and it's great. So hopefully some Grammy nominations will come. But yeah.
And Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah, Beetlejuice. I had that on there.
Last weekend.
Yes, yeah. It is starting the fall season movie, the fall movie season. And they've said that it's got really good reviews. Got certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. If you follow
Doesn't the Great British Baking Show come back pretty soon?
Yes, it should start. I think in October.
It's either end of this month or the first of next month.
Yeah. It should. Yeah, I'll check the dates and see. But that's always fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we'll have an Emmy wrap up next week. And
woohoo! Fantastic.
So,
hey, Eva, is Kate Middleton still alive?
No, yes. Did you guys see? She put out a video.
What?
No.
She's doing her chemo treatment.
She did, or AI did?
Yeah.
I'm about to say AI.
She's in a video.
A Terminator's back there pushing buttons.
I think she's in a grave. Or did they put him in tombs? Did they put him in tombs still? Or did
they put him in tombs? You can't bury him in the ground.
Girl.
Royalty.
Camilla's trying to kill her.
She's scrubbing that lower deck with Shelly Miscavige
Allegedly.
somewhere.
Jelly Miscavige is dead. No
I think
doubt.
she's dead. I think she's dead.
Ugh,
But yeah, so
awesome.
that's me.
Thanks,
in a nutshell.
Shiva.
Yeah.
All right, kids. Look at that. 8:22.
Sweet.
22
a
minutes
record.
late.
We're getting better at this.
Yeah.
We got to keep it rolling.
We have 3 more in a row before we take a break.
Okay. Shannon's like,
Just
What?
We have
I thought
3
this was it. I thought we
No.
only had one show for season 2.
No. We're off the first Monday in October, and our live show is scheduled for the 26th.
Of
But
October?
we can massage that date.
the 26th of October.
Yeah.
We're getting massages on that date. Is that what you
Yes.
said?
Yes.
Yeah, from Spider.
Yes. But we're off the week of the election.
we're gonna broadcast live us getting massages. That would be
Yeah.
interesting.
That would be fun.
Yes. And then I think we'll finish up the season on the 2nd of December. So
Okay.
yeah.
Sure.
Wait, we're gonna have to be in person to do this one day?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to wear pants, Shiloh.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wear pants to leave the house.
And
That's,
because
the 26th is a Saturday before I go on my vacation on the 28th, 29th.
Okay.
So
Oh, that's Halloween weekend too.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll be in costume.
so we can
Oh,
move
that'd be
that
fun.
date. We can move that date around.
We'll all dress
That'd be
as our
fun.
favorite
We
Tina.
can massage it.
So maybe,
Not if 1,000
on,
Tinas.
maybe on the 21st.
Did he say dress is our favorite Tina?
Yeah.
The
Or
the category is
Doesn't have
Night
to
of
be favorite.
1,000.
Dress as a Tina.
Night of 1,000 Tinas. So you know it's gonna be a real bad day.
I'm just gonna come as a lawyer.
Tina, we
Soon.
love you.
Oh, I have one that could come with me.
All right.
You just
Everybody have a good week.
Have a great
Later,
week.
later.
Thanks,
Bye,
everybody.
fans.
bye.
Bye.